Come in.
Hi.
Hi, Dan. How you doing? You all right?
Yeah, well, not too bad.
Good. Have you got any idea why you're in here?
No.
Okay.
I just turned up to record this week and saw the note on the door. So
Yeah.
you put the wrong room number.
Yeah.
On the thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if if it was supposed to be in room 17 or if you meant me to come to this one. But
well, seeing as we're all here, I think we're probably okay.
Yeah. Well, it's because I saw you through the window. It was the wrong building.
Yeah. Well, there's going to be a couple more changes.
Oh, right. Okay.
Not just the building.
Right.
But I really appreciate you coming in.
No worries.
I know these things are odd, and obviously you normally come as like some sort of weird triple pack, but you're here on your own, so that's good. That's a good thing.
Weird.
It is weird. But the idea is that I'm going to shed some light on it for you today. So, as you probably should be or can be aware, my holding company, Porro PLC, are now the main shareholder of See If It Sticks.
Yes,
Right.
I was aware because we got the note down from you guys a couple of weeks back about the Balkan Skull incident.
Yeah.
I know we're not talking about it.
No. I mean, I've managed to get Pam to strike it from the record.
Yeah.
So, from that perspective,
Great.
we're pretty good. So, Pam.
Oh, that is a weight off my mind.
Yeah. Well,
thank you for that.
I'm about to pile a lot more weight back on your mind.
Right.
Yeah. Don't get up. Don't get up.
Okay.
Right. Actually, there's a good reason why I've got you in here, and I've got a whole list of things to go through with you.
Right. Okay.
I wouldn't go as far as to say they're problems, but they're definitely pretty bad in terms of, they're giving me bum itch, mate.
Michael Jackson bad or Justin Bieber bad?
I don't know. I'd go somewhere in the middle and probably say Mariah Carey bad.
That's pretty bad.
It's pretty bad.
Mariah Carey New Year's Eve or Mariah Carey 10 years ago?
Mariah Carey 10 years ago, mate.
Okay.
Yeah, you might want to wipe the sweat off your brow.
It is. I am sweating profusely.
Yeah.
I must say. I don't.
I can. Pam, can we get a little bucket in here for Dan? Pam's just going to get you a little bucket there to sweat into.
Yeah, I get shocks all the time off the equipment in the recording room, by the way, because of all the frayed wires and.
Yeah.
I mean, like if we're talking about real problems on this podcast, Ross's wiring. Every time I sweat, I get shocked.
Yeah. I mean, you could argue the problem is you sweating and maybe not the equipment, but considering I'm now responsible and have a duty of care to make sure that this place actually does what it should do, yeah.
I am hideously out of shape.
Yeah, you are. There's no easy way of saying that, Daniel. You
It's
are
gross.
hideously out of shape.
Yeah.
And I apologise to anyone with eyes.
I've been getting the emails.
Good. So what I'm going to do, mate, is I'm just going to run through a couple of commercial issues that I've got a bit of an issue with, and essentially the reason you're in here is because you are Mr. See If It Sticks, aren't you? Let's be honest.
Right.
I mean, you're here all the time. I mean, I don't see Ross. I don't even know what country he's in half the time.
No.
I'm not even convinced he owns a passport.
But
so how he gets around the place, I don't know.
He does send postcards though, so we know where he is 2 weeks later.
Does he?
Sometimes.
Does he though?
Once.
He did it once.
Yeah. Well, he texts me.
Yeah. Well, they all count. And then there's Dom. What the hell does Dom get up to half the time? Captain Laserbeam.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really know. I don't really know him very well outside of the podcast, but I don't know. I mean, if I had to guess, are you asking me to guess what he does?
No. We no. I mean, other than potentially masturbate furiously in a dark cupboard somewhere.
I was going to go for Licky Bum Bum.
Yeah. All things are possible. It's either way. It's on company time. It's on company time, Dan.
Well, in fairness, I don't think really we read the contracts when we started. Did not realise it was 24-hour.
Yeah.
7 days a week.
It's the only contract in existence that's both 24-hour and 0-hour contract.
Yeah. See, I didn't realise that. But, there was a big red X and someone said, sign it and you'll be a podcaster, a famous podcaster, they said.
Yeah.
And, some of that's come true. I am famous.
You are famous.
But I don't know whether I'm really a podcaster because no one else in the podcast community seems to like me.
No, they don't.
No,
they don't. But
it's because I'm gross.
It's because you're hideously out of shape.
Yeah,
as per previously noted. So, what are we going to do about the key problems? I guess is what we're here for today. Main one, other than you sweating all over the equipment, is listenership.
Yes,
all-time high.
It is going well.
All-time high. There's literally, tens of listeners. Right, this is great.
One week we got dozens.
You got dozens.
Yes.
Well, this is why, I wish I'd done my due diligence before I spent, one of the new pound coins and 37 pences on this whole endeavour.
Yeah.
Because, I'm struggling to get a return on my investment. But we need to get more interaction. And you're an ideas guy. So, other than me spending vast amounts of money on a blimp with a telephone number and all these other bits, what do you recommend?
Did you say the blimp is out of the question?
I wouldn't say it's out of the question. I just don't fancy it going all Hindenburg on us.
Well, we always try to remind the listeners that they can head to stickitpod.com to submit their first world problems, and we will solve them live on air. And sometimes we babble through the social media channels as well, because sometimes we update the Facebook and the Twitter and the YouTube and the Instagram. Barely ever, but sometimes we do that, and they can also get in contact with us there. What I'm thinking is, how a few years ago, lots of people got Nike ticks shaved onto the side of their heads.
Yeah.
I think we need a logo. Something that's really recognizable, like a Nike tick. Maybe it can be the See If It Sticks apple. No, that's already been done. Banana. See If It Sticks banana.
Yep.
That's a bit too much like a Nike tick.
No, if you have it pointing up the way and you have it tattooed under your eye like a bad boy gangster.
Yeah, maybe. God. Maybe the See If It Sticks square with a Star of David inside it.
I'm buying into anything with the Star of David on it.
Yeah. And that was kind of one of my first idea. I mean, I've got all this stuff written down. If I'd known this was happening, I didn't realise it was.
If you fax it over, and I'll stick it in my Filofax.
Yeah, no worries.
I'll stick it in.
Is your fax number still the same?
Yeah. 123. I own See If It Sticks. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. No, I could do that. So maybe I'm thinking of advertising on people's heads. We could also shave the same thing into cats, dogs, goats, basically any animal with fur. Probably shouldn't do the seals or tigers. Or
I completely disagree. There is no bigger statement than finding an endangered species and shaving something into it and then releasing it back into its proper habitat. I mean, do you know how much free advertising we would get if WWE, or whatever it is, WWF, whichever one isn't the wrestling people, get a hold of a tiger with a See If It Sticks logo in it?
That would be pretty good.
Yeah. They'd be all over it.
Yeah, well, I could pretty much start straight away because I've got a shaver at home that I do my balls with. So I could probably, literally, I mean, the guy in the office next door has a small dog. I could probably shave it
right
almost immediately.
So action number 1, we're going to ball clip the next door neighbour's dog. We'll see how it goes. And we'll make him our director of communications while we're at it.
We do need one of those.
We do. And a dog that's been shaved by ball clippers, I feel, is probably as well qualified as anybody, certainly in this room.
Yeah, well, I 100% agree with you. I don't even have the internet at my, what do you call it? Cupboard.
Your cupboard.
Basically. That place that you guys gave me with the bed.
Yeah.
Well, the sheet.
Yeah.
And the tub. Which is a really uncomfortable pillow, by the way.
But also multi-purpose.
Yeah, and that is, I think, why it's so uncomfortable.
Yeah, I would imagine it probably is.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so that's at least one action done. We're going to have to suspend some people. Possibly even let some of the guys go.
Which the director of communications?
Director of communications, stay. He's
Right.
just been freshly ball clipped. He's got to stay.
Okay.
That's an investment that we've made, and therefore we must retain. But I'm not going to tell anyone the bad news. So you're the one that I pick to tell people that they're being suspended.
Right. Okay. Is it any other of the animals? Because my dog is very shaky.
The dog's fine.
The cat speaks French, so that's fine. Because
Yeah.
I can speak pidgin French.
Yeah, which is fine. And the cat opens us up to a global audience, so commercially that makes sense to me.
Yeah.
The ones that don't make sense, in no particular order, we're going to have to do something about.
Right. Okay. I've been thinking this as well, to be honest.
Yeah, I know.
I've really been thinking this as
I
well.
know,
Like,
I know.
sometimes there are weak links in fences or chains. There are several other things that have links as well. I believe it's also a type of cat.
Yeah, they got funny ears.
Yes,
We can use your ball clip.
but that is my problem. That it's ears. I've just got real issues with them.
Yeah.
It's the little tufts.
Yeah.
Like, one of his ears, like, is so far down his head that when he speaks, it flaps.
I've noticed this. He looks like a Mr. Potato Head that's been left too close to a radiator
Right.
and melted a bit.
Yeah.
But just on the left-hand side.
100%. The other one looks like it has the skin from a cucumber transplanted onto it and painted purple. I don't know how his ears so purple.
I reckon he might actually just be an aubergine. Although I realise now they're not purple.
They're kind of purple.
Are they kind of purple?
Yeah. What? The emoji aubergine's purple.
Massively. Maybe he's an emoji. Maybe, right. As principal shareholder, there is no way I can tolerate potential emojis infiltrating this organisation,
I understand.
particularly ones with lopsided ears.
I understand.
So you're going to have to break the news to him.
Right. How'd you...
How you do that is up to you.
just ghost him.
I would just
Stop responding to him.
Yeah, just...
You're actually not being paid, right?
Doesn't matter. Just his presence. Just his presence alone.
What if I can start to get him to give us money?
Then I might reconsider. The other way that he can stay on the panel is if you tell him to give the other individuals that I need suspending, he goes and does that.
Okay, so either he pays or he is telling... It's like Chinese whispers.
Yeah.
This makes sense.
Yeah. It's like a really bad pyramid scheme.
Yeah.
Which, of course, is how I made all my money, which is why I now own most of Sea of Sticks.
Yeah. Congratulations on that, by the way.
Thank you. It was...
I don't want to seem like a suck up, but...
No, continue.
I've always thought that you're a very handsome businessman.
I am. And modest, too.
Yeah. I think that's one of your principal qualities.
Yeah.
Modesty, handsomeness, a good set of fingers.
I have an amazing set of fingers.
Yes. I've seen them in use.
Yes.
Seen them in
Yes.
use.
My pointing dexterity is something that is
Yeah.
legendary.
Do you know what? Never met anyone that points with their pinky before.
Nope.
But it's something which I've tried to sort of take on.
You'll never be able to emulate it.
It's impossible.
No.
It is impossible.
It's a thing. It happens.
I just got aroused when you pointed at me.
Yeah.
That's how powerful that is.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Never heard anything like it.
That's how we get it done.
How did you get the laser pen into your foreskin, by the way?
Like most things that you get into your foreskin, it just takes an awful lot of, first of all, an awful lot of commitment. An awful lot of commitment. You need to pick your pen carefully, but also you need to pick your foreskin carefully. Almost religiously.
Right. Okay.
You know, I mean, it's a 3 or 4 day process. I think the medical term is wiggle it in, and then there you go. Yeah. It's almost the only way to do it. Or use the old Chinese method, which is stick it in. And whack it in that way. But it means that you add a little bit of je ne sais quoi to a PowerPoint presentation. You know, you just
That's what I find most impressive about it, that you have the ability to pinky point at two aspects.
Yeah.
And then highlight the main points with laser pen penis.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's.
I mean, all the greats do it.
Your morning briefings have been probably the highlight of since we went public. That is something which I have really, really enjoyed. And to be honest, I would probably, even if they weren't, just basically you just summarising pictures of you masturbating over the weekend.
Yep.
I would probably enjoy them if they weren't that, and it was anything else, literally anything else.
I mean, that is all they are, but
yeah. I mean, I'm not saying change that. I'm not saying I'm not the one telling you how to run your business here. That is your job. But I'm just saying that, like, literally, if it was anything else. I mean, I enjoy it. I enjoy them as they are, but if it was anything else,
they're almost works of art.
Yeah, sometimes you have a rosy look on your cheeks.
Yeah,
exactly the same as like a painting.
This is where this project comes from. I want to get my image into the Masturbate Modern.
Gotcha. Yeah, I know that makes sense.
Yeah, weirdly it does. So is dealt with.
Yeah.
You're going to deal with that bad boy.
I will deal with him.
You deal with that aubergine emoji fuck. All right. That's good. We're going to have to deal with Ross's issues with cars. He thinks he drives them. We're going to have to break it to him that they are cardboard boxes that he sits in and then makes the sounds. And he's charging those boxes back to the company.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So the problem is twofold. We've got someone on the staff. I think he is a sandwich short of a shed, short of a picnic. And I kind of need those boxes for stuff.
I don't care about Ross, but is this going to affect Hugh, the box procurement guy?
Well, at the moment, Hugh, the box procurement guy, is employed to do one thing. Procure the boxes. Yeah. That Ross then turns into whichever motor vehicle he believes he has that particular day.
Yeah.
Week.
We also turned one into a rocket once.
Yeah. Well, this is it. Now, when I bought into the company, I thought we had an absolute stock of what essentially was a Batman's goodie chest of just stuff. Turns out all I'd bought into was Ross's goddamn imagination and Hugh's fetish for purchasing and procuring boxes.
Yes.
So
we never made it. We might not have honed in on the finer points of that when we were sort of taking the company public.
No, they were left out.
We also didn't say that it wasn't just a man who wanks over boxes and someone who builds forts and cars and stuff out of them. No,
you weren't expressly clear.
No.
But at the same point, Hugh has offered me a Maserati, which I said yes to, only to find out that it was 4 boxes that he took out the back of Aldi. So from that perspective, he's not even procuring the boxes now. At least when Ross is driving around in his quote-unquote vehicles of fun, they're brand new boxes procured direct from the whoever you bloody get them from. I'm now getting second-hand bloody boxes out the back of Aldi.
He just basically steals them these days.
Yeah.
So he ran out of boxes.
Well, there's a garage full of them, but they're already reserved.
Yeah.
Little number plates written on them.
Yeah, he washes them as well.
Yeah.
And the boxes just go all manky.
Yeah.
Ugh, God.
Not good.
Not good at all.
So either...
I'm with you.
Either we deal with Ross's small inability to realise that he hasn't even got a fucking driving licence, Dan.
He's 10. Of course he hasn't got a driving licence.
Yeah. I mean, how have you let it get so bad?
I don't know. Like, every time I go to speak to him about it, he goes on holiday with his mum and dad.
What, in the box?
Well, no, they just.
Are you going to tell him that his mum and dad are just pictures painted on the back of a box?
Well, he keeps going abroad. Oh, right. Yeah. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I get it.
Yeah.
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 Oh, will tell them
You're going to have
speak to him.
You're going to
about
have
that.
to.
Yeah.
It's getting awkward and expensive.
Maybe there's something we can get him to sort of, maybe we can wean him off the boxes.
I'm willing to keep Ross on staff, but we'll just get him down the early learning centre. We'll get him something to keep him busy.
Get him a little toy car or something.
There's little things. You can pretend he's in a car.
That'd be good.
Hugh, on the other hand, what are we going to do with him?
Well,
We're not procuring any more boxes.
the ones in the garage though are really wet. Some of them have been. Some of them have unknowingly engaged in intercourse.
Yes. Well, we all know how fond everyone is of all these particular endeavours with the motor cars.
Yeah. I mean, to stick up for Hugh, like, in fairness, he knows a good box when he sees one.
Hugh knows a good box. Now, I'm willing to keep Hugh on staff if he can stop being a box procurement guy and start being a box salesman.
Right. I don't know if he has any sales experience.
Right, you're going to have to sack him.
Will it be? Well, is it? Well, hold on.
You're going to have to do it.
Second. Is it going to be on the phone? Because like, the thing is, the problem is going to be getting the guy to wear trousers.
Well, not my problem. Get him to do it. Get the aubergine to go down there and do it.
We'll sort it out.
You know.
I fire Ross. Don't care about him. But just, I would be extremely uncomfortable getting rid of you.
I think the easiest way to deal with Ross is just change the code on the door.
Yeah.
Next
fine.
time he pisses off somewhere, he
Yeah.
just can't come back in, and we'll just...
He's got his booster jabs next week.
Yeah, well, there you go then, you see. Job's a good one.
Okay.
Job's a good one. And I guess the biggest issue we've got, certainly from an asset point of view, is the mansion.
Yeah. We literally had no idea what a mortgage was. They said, basically, like, we just thought they were giving it to us. There were numbers and stuff, but we thought that was like how many boxes we could fit in there. Because that was the question we asked. How many boxes can you fit in here? And first of all, they wouldn't tell us because they said that we couldn't be serious. But then I wrote down a number that I wanted, like the amount of boxes we had, slid it over to them because I saw them do that in a film once. And they basically said that, you know, we could have it. They literally said the house is yours.
So you did a gypsy deal. Wrote a number down on a folded bit of paper.
Yeah, what I believed to be an amount of boxes that we'd be able to fit in there. We've got loads of boxes.
Dan, how many boxes did you write on that bit of paper?
Well, it was just a conservative estimate. Probably, I don't know, maybe 1.7 million.
1.7 million.
We have a lot of boxes.
There's a lot.
Some of them have got stuff in. Some of them haven't got stuff in. Some of them have been made into cars, and some of them have been made into robots. Some of them we sleep in sometimes. There's a lot of boxes.
And the dude said yes. Yes. He went full on yes.
Well, the thing is, I thought I was highballing because that's what they call it. Because when I looked at the brochure, the mansion said that it could fit 500,000 boxes in it. But I thought that if I went higher, then we'd be able to fit more boxes in there somehow. So I just went obscenely high, and he said that we could do it. We've never been able to get all the boxes.
Well, I've got to say, your logic isn't flawed because it worked, didn't it?
Yeah.
It worked. Now you have a mansion that it looks like has never, ever had anything done to it.
Apart from boxes.
Boxes put in it and other stuff that we just cannot go through, as apparently this meeting is being minuted. And I don't want to land myself in a bloody Turkish jail again. Whose name is on that house?
Hughes.
Fucking you. Is the house made of boxes, Dan?
Yes. It is now. The house, when we couldn't fit all of the boxes in, we took what was there down and made one we could fit all the boxes in.
So let me get this straight. You bought for 1.7 million, let's call them boxes, a house made of brick and mortar. A mansion made of bricks and mortar. Dismantled the mansion and rebuilt it.
We had about 1.7 million boxes to try and fit in that place. I asked the man if we could fit 1.7 million boxes in there, and he said yes, because their thing said about whatever it was, 500,000 boxes in there. We got there, we couldn't fit them all in, so we took 1.2 million of the boxes, knocked the mansion down, built a mansion with 1.2 million of the boxes, and now we can fit all 1.7 million in there. All of the boxes fit now.
Well, fuckity yes, they fit, Dan. Fuckity yes, they fit. What am I going to do with 1.7 million boxes? Where is Hugh?
I don't know.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you where he isn't. He's not in the fucking box mansion, is he?
No.
Wherever he is, he's wearing no fucking trousers, spending my money, indulging Ross's fantasies.
He's probably on holiday.
He's probably on holiday with Ross, Dan. I'm sorry, I lost my composure there for a second.
It was scary.
Right. This is what we're going to do.
God, that's made me sweat a little bit.
Yeah. This is what we're going to do. The box mansion has to remain, and we all pray for fuck all wind. Number 1. Number 2, you will go out, you will procure 2 brooms. In your best handwriting, you will write on the top of a bit of paper, Ross, and on the other one, you will write Dom. And you will stick those bits of paper on the fucking brooms. They are now your fellow podcasters.
Right.
And I am not paying a broom anything.
No.
Ross stops driving his boxes around.
We have a broom on staff.
Right.
That's getting paid. More than I get paid. Can we fire him as well?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
A fucking broom on staff.
Well, when we first started, we looked into the legalities of starting a podcast, and we had no idea. Obviously, none of us have ever, gone into this sort of thing before. And we spoke to a solicitor on a phone that Ross had made, and he said that we have to hire a broad spectrum of employees because of what I thought he said equal opportunities. It later turned out that we were paying a broom more than what we were paying ourselves.
So you took the Equality Act 2010 as an opportunity to employ someone based under Article 15, equal opportunities, so you could get a handle on your broom situation to make sure that you could have a wide spectrum of staff. Can you see why I'm getting a bit bristly about this?
Yes, but I don't think this is really a time for sweeping statements. We were trying to do what we thought was best.
Okay. Well, for now, because I'm not even sure how I'm going to get a severance pay packet together for this fucking broom, I shall sweep it under the carpet for now. But mark my words, it will come to a head.
I understand.
Until that point, 2 brooms. 2 bits of calligraphy noted paper. Ross and Dom, right on the top there. Bring them in. You'll change the code on the front door. You get a fucking license for the animals running around your box mansion.
They wee in those boxes a lot.
They wee in those boxes. I've been in that mansion. Do you know how easy it is to get in that mansion?
Well, we just cut a hole in the box.
Yeah, you basically just walk through on a damp day. You
What?
basically just walk through on a damp day, Dan.
We didn't even build a door. We
No.
just cut holes in the boxes.
Yep.
Structurally, it's not the most sound thing I've ever built in my life.
Not entirely, no. I mean, the only decent thing is that Bert Buttstrom is no longer on the payroll.
That was a terrible tragedy.
Although not wholly unavoidable.
It's one of those things that, I must say that you become a big shot podcaster, and there are many women in the world, just as a general fact. Probably about half of the world, if I had to guess.
That's a good guess.
But there are also, as well, things which, are made available to you that were never made available to you before you started podcasting.
Yeah.
For example, some types of cheese. We've got a really nice filing cabinet, which has got a picture of Danny Minogue on the front. And when you open it, it sings one of her songs. But it's starting to run out of batteries, and it's awful. We haven't opened it. And butt butlers.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it is a life of excess from time to time, but here we go.
It's time to rein it in. You're part of the corporate big world now. You decided to go public. You made this available.
No, I understand.
This is where we are. You're the unlucky git that's going to have to do this for us. Because I could chop you just as easily as I chop the other guys.
I understand that perfectly.
And you can't talk to them about this, Daniel.
Not even when I fire them.
You cannot talk to them about this. You're going to have to find a way of firing them without actually telling them that this conversation took place and that they're fired.
That's easy. I'll just burn them.
Yeah, well, whatever. I'm already dealing with one massive lawsuit because of Bert. That wasn't in the prospectus either, was it?
No. Again, we didn't not mention it. We just didn't focus in on the details.
No, you didn't. Well, all this has been minuted, Dan.
Yeah.
It's all been minuted, and I will be checking.
I've also made notes on my arm in pen, but it's largely sweated off.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see and smell that, Dan.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to add?
No.
I will be watching, Dan.
Okay.
Remember that.
I'll remember. Let me just write it down. Oh, God. So hard to write on a sweaty arm.
It looks uncomfortable.
I'll just sort of scratch it in.
Scratch it right in.
Stu is watching. Okay.
Everything.
Let's take a mole off. Yeah, okay. Well, I think I understand it.
Good.
I spelled it wrong.
Doesn't matter.
Is that everything?
You may leave.
Thank you, Mr. Porro.
You're welcome.